Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to top up the sealant in your tubeless tire. Basically, in this type of tire, there is no inner tube. Instead, what it relies on is this liquid called tire sealant to make sure that you don't get flats all the time. Basically, what happens is that when you go over a thorn or a nail or a sharp rock or something and it cuts your tire a little bit, that sealant will go in and fill that space. However, over time, the sealant can dry and it can also seep out the sides sometimes if you're running too low a pressure, tire pressure, or it can seep out the little holes that it was filling up. So probably every 4 months or so, people say 2 to 7, 3 to 9, whatever. I try to do it every 4 months. You should top it up. You will probably feel it becoming less and less effective because you'll pump it up before a ride, you'll have a great ride, put your bike away, come back a week later, and the tires will be near flat, or they will have lost some air. That's when you know it's time to replace it. You only need the most basic of tools. You can get away with using a little valve core remover tool like this, or you can use something like this. I really like having the proper tool, and I just like adding stuff to my toolboxes. So I bought this one, but you don't necessarily need it. I'm also going to be using this. It's a little kind of single shot stands tire sealant that I've been using over and over and over again because it's designed specifically to fit into your valve with the core removed. I've tried syringes in the past. I didn't really like it. The other way to do it is to break the bead and then pour sealant directly into the tire. But then you have to break the bead and you have to worry about seating it properly again. And this is the way I found it to be the absolute least hassle. Depending on the size of tire you have, you might need anywhere from 60 to 100 plus milliliters. So look on the bottle and it'll tell you. I need about 100 milliliters, which is 2 of these little guys. So what I'm going to do is fill it up. Oop. Put that aside for now. It's ready. Then what I'm going to do is take my valve cap off and use my little tool. You can undo the little valve and let out the air by pressing on it. And then you can just put your tool on it and unthread it. It's very, very simple. Once it's out, this is what your valve core looks like. This is basically what keeps everything in. I'm going to take my little bottle of stands, and it's simple. See, this is designed specifically for that size. And that's it. Try and not get it everywhere. I have a piece of cardboard down here. Oh, there it is. Try not get it everywhere. It does get a little bit sticky, but not the end of the world. Just wipe it off. And I'm going to repeat it again. I'm going to fill up my little bottle. I like buying the big bottles because it's just cheaper in the long run like that. And very simply dump this in here as well. It's a 5-minute job that'll save you a lot of headaches on the trail. If you run out of sealant, then you can flat somewhere in the middle of the trail, and that's not fun for anybody. Once I've got my 100 or so milliliters of sealant in there, I'm just going to put the valve core back in. I'm going to make sure that I close the valve, and I'm just going to spin the wheel a little bit to make sure that I get the sealant everywhere in the tire. If you're planning on riding that day, you probably don't need to worry about it, but I'm going to put my bike away after I'm done my little tune-up on it and not ride for a few days. So I want to make sure that it gets everywhere in the tire. And that's it. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to fill it up with air and I'm ready to take on the trail. Thank you so much for watching. If there's anything else you'd like me to cover, please let me know, whether it's a tech tip or trail guides around Vancouver Island. And I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe, and happy trails.